Hello, hello, hello. This is a client reading for JL. She had purchased the True North, the North Node reading. Okay, let's start out by kind of a little bit of an explanation. Your North Node is your life path for this lifetime. What you are meant to accomplish, what direction you are meant to go in. And the South Node is more of the past life stuff. Okay. And they're at opposite ends of the zodiac wheel. And the nodes are simply mathematical points to the moon. Okay. Now, your moon is in Taurus, your South Node's in Taurus, in your 8th house. So there's probably some past life stuff. And your sun is there that you probably brought into this life. But your true node, your North Node is in your 2nd house of Scorpio. I looked at your chart. Okay. Now, what the best explanation that I found, like, best way to explain it is, okay, the 2nd house is one of your money houses. It's the things that you value, and it's not just money, but it's your physical world and the things within it that you put value on it, and people in your physical world that you value. And looking at your chart, I can understand why you are doubting everything, including your marriage and everything. But this isn't about your whole astrology chart. This is about moving forward. And one of these things about this North Node, your North Node in the 2nd house in Scorpio, it urges you to no longer be slow about things. And when it comes to changes that you need to make, you need to stop procrastinating, and you need to make change. When it comes to changes you need to make concerning also how other people affect you. That's a big one. How other people affect you, affect your self-esteem. You putting the people that you value, you putting their needs first, often sacrificing your own needs. That is the short of it of your North Node in Scorpio. Now, so I'm going to proceed with your reading, and with knowing where your North Node is. And if anybody else purchased this, all that I need is to know where your North Node is. You could Google it, find my North Node. It'll take you probably to Astro Cafe or Astrology Cafe or something like that. And when you purchase these readings, I just need to know the house and the sign that your North Node is in. Okay? So, but your purpose here is like, just the 2nd house alone is stating self-esteem. Building your self-esteem. Building your confidence. So let's kind of see what we get coming here. Heart's desires. And moving towards that which you desire, and not sacrificing that for other people. You got heart's desire. So in a past life, you may have this feels like a lesson from a past life, as in you may have in a past life even sacrificed, and now you need to kind of start focusing inward. Spiritual teacher, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Your sun falls in a very transformative house. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, which is opposite of the zodiac wheel, because your 8th house, the 8th house ruler falls in your 2nd house. I know that sounds confusing, but It's this through your confidence and transforming yourself, there you maybe have the ability to be a leader, to be a teacher to others, on helping others to transform their life as well. Children, this could involve teaching children even. But children plays a prominent role in your life path. Perhaps, I don't know if you have any children. If you do, maybe you've sacrificed a lot for your children. You know, as parents, mother or father, you know, we tend to do that. Especially the mothers. Not, if you're a father, no hate. Please, no hate. Because you guys sacrifice too. But I feel you're entering a time in your life where it's time to focus on you. Okay. And the first steps to, you know, you feeling stuck with your marriage and everything else, a lot of that has to do with the self-esteem and confidence level. Let's see where this is going. Now, these North Node readings, I allow up to an hour for them. It may not come to an hour. I'm just saying. Okay. Whenever Spirit's done talking. I know on my website it could be about an hour reading. A lot of them have been. It just depends on how deep Spirit gets. But let's see where this is going. Okay, let's get some other messages here. Okay. You've got wandering path. That's part of what's going on here with you. Trying to find that path. Embracing enthusiasm. That's part of that confidence. That's part of that passion. And that Scorpio also is embracing those things that you are passionate about. Fogged in. So you have been going very slow. You've been very methodical. You feel like you're unable to make decisions or unable to make choices. Which you kind of, in a roundabout way, kind of said that. But I feel that if you start working on you and start developing skill sets or going after certain passions, things that you find value in, and doing what you want to do, I just feel this very strong sense that you need to take the focus off of other people. There's probably people around you, correct me if I'm wrong, that sometimes I feel, this is what just Spirit is telling me, that sometimes even your husband may make you feel like there's something wrong with you, or make you feel inadequate, and it brings down your self-esteem. Now I'm going to go ahead and get some moonology, because it does involve the North Node, which is one of the nodes of the moon. And your moon is in Taurus as well. Very fixed. Makes me wonder if your mother might have been very spiritual, very influential early on in your life. Show the world the real you. This is what we're talking about, sweetheart. Showing the world the real you. Not what others expect you to be, but you being your authentic self. And when you, oh, you got something up coming up really major. If you follow my daily readings, we have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra on during Libra season, October 14th. Obviously, October 14th, new moon in Libra, and that is eclipsing things about our relationships. Now, Libra, you are a Virgo rising. Libra rules your second house, but your second house at the tail end, Scorpio begins. Scorpio technically rules your third house, but your north node falls in your second house. So that it's like on a cusp. So there's something going to be coming big for you on this next eclipse on the 14th. Something changing, and the solar eclipse eclipses things out of our life that are not meant for us, that are no longer serving us, that are not fulfilling, and with the intention of drawing in things that are more in alignment with our life path. Relationships more in alignment. Let's see what your tarot has here. I just feel that sometimes you conform to what other people's expectations. Okay, let's get a little bit of backstory. Oh, Ace of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you have an option. And that is what is kind of got you wondering about your path. I just get this sense that there is something here that a door to open up that is kind of making you wake up, and you're doing a lot of introspection about this. You're keeping this to yourself because you know you're going to get kickback on that is not so nice with that devil energy. And lastly, Four of I got to do the next two cards. Four of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. So your backstory here is, or what's going on underneath the surface, kind of identifies that for you to move forward in the physical world, recognizing your own personal truth and being honest with yourself, took a lot of introspection, and I think you're working on that, on your personal truth. But you're keeping it very much to yourself, because like I said, there is a lot of resistance here to your desires, to your dreams, to your hopes. And it's more than just your husband, I feel. It could also be children is showing up here. Could also be posing an obstacle. But you're keeping a lot of things, your emotions and what you want out of life, to yourself. Because I feel like whenever you try to embrace your personal calling and whatever it is in your heart that is calling you, that you get beat down over it. Oh, maybe even called crazy or something like that. Um, so let's take a look here. Nine of Pentacles. I'm not surprised. This is the card of Virgo. You're a Virgo rising. This is somebody who's worked really hard to accomplish what they've achieved. And you have done that in your physical world. Probably with your career, your money. Your energy is coming across as being very independent. And that is also a threat as far as your husband is concerned. Too much independence is a threat to his security too. I'm kind of wondering if there's a little bit of a power struggle there with the household, with the finances, with how the household runs. Do you make more money than him? I'm just curious. Because, and this also is coming across as in your relationships, especially with the eclipse, and things that you value. You value the finer things in life, everything that you have around you, your possessions and stuff, all your accomplishments. But I kind of wonder if, with your marriage, if it almost feels like you're living single. Okay? Like you don't do very many things together. Things like that, that you're married, but you're almost living separate lives. That's kind of what I'm getting. But there is, I feel that part of the situation is financial security. The situation here is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords becomes very clear on his intentions. He acts on them. You know, I kind of mentioned in the beginning about that you got to start taking action for you. And that's exactly what this is, making decisions on what is best for you, not for everybody else. I think that there is a shift in your values. And I feel like your situation is very cold. I think you're dealing with a spouse that is not really supportive, almost analytical, and he takes a sword and cuts you down every time you want to do something. But it's also calling you to make a decision. And my God, with all the fixed energy in your chart, it's change is definitely uncomfortable. And I feel you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. The opportunities is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is learning. You know, when I was talking about a spiritual teacher, it doesn't have to be spiritual per se, but a teacher. Have you been thinking about going back to school and following a particular dream, almost like changing careers? And maybe that you've received kickback from family, from your husband, on that whole idea, saying, "Are you know, you're in your 40s," and they're saying, you're in your 40s and you're going to go back to school, really? It is possible. I know somebody that went back to school, got a nursing license at the age of 50. So you're never too old to start over, to start a new path. And I want you to realize that. And there is the student and the teacher here. Children. So you kind of, or are you already an educator? I do not know. But something about education is here. And there is an opportunity that is viable. Perhaps you, like, and the Page of Pentacles is the student of the pages, student of the tarot, learning things. This could be also contracts and documents. And the King of Swords needs to be strategic and make a decision. You're coming across as somebody who's highly intelligent. Okay? Let's see what your what's influencing this. The Ten of Swords. I want to get the rest of your cards here. And underneath how you got there, this is what we've been talking about all along. Your wishes, your desires, your dreams. Wish fulfillment. In the past, Six of Pentacles. Coming up in the future is the Queen of Wands. That is somebody who's extremely confident, extremely courageous, very outgoing, even outspoken, and doesn't allow anybody to hold her back. That's coming up in the near future. I think there's an opportunity to step into that role. There's something good for you to embrace here. Strength. There's that courage. The Moon. Uncertainty. Yep, that's kind of what you've kind of expressed to me already in your message. The Magician. A mastery. Five of Wands. So we're going to talk about this for a little bit here. We kind of discussed all this in the center. But the hovering energy around you with this Ten of Swords does tell me that you feel pinned. You unable to move. You feel that all your hopes, wishes, and dreams are dead and gone, unattainable. And that is where this level of confidence and courage is coming into play. You're kind of looking at things and questioning your own personal strength, because the environment here is the Moon, unknown, a mystery. I think that step one is for you to identify what you really want. You may have been conditioned to say, well, this is what you want, isn't it? And kind of being coached that way, and not ever really figuring that out on your own. You've had other people tell you what you want, or more but more like tell you what they want and convince you that that's what you want also. But this Queen of Wands is calling you to get really fired up, to muster up that courage. And the Queen of Wands is a force to be reckoned with. I said that in one of the videos, one of the daily readings, I think. I said the Queen of Wands is somebody to be reckoned with, to be admired or to be feared. Because the one side of her, she could be a hothead. She could get angry and very outspoken and put somebody in their place. That's where if I could talk, shares that same quality. The Queen of Swords has a quality like that. But a Queen of Swords is just very direct. The Queen of Wands puts more passion behind it. And so you have the potential to be a force to be reckoned with. When you build up that confidence and you don't allow people to tell you what it is that you want, or tell you that, oh, I want this, so you definitely going to have to want this too. This is good for us. This is good for you. And them kind of playing mind games with you. Magician with the moon is a trickster, or maybe they're not intentionally being tricksters, but with this devil card over here, you know, there's some really negative energy around you, or negative people who do not support what it is that you want to get out of life. Okay? Um, you need to step into that position, that magician position, because you are definitely trying to manifest something in your life. But potential outcome, it's a struggle. It's going to cause conflict. And I think that that's where you are having your biggest problem. You're afraid to rock the boat. Um, because we have the energy here of balance. Because you're the one that's always giving, but not so much receiving. And you share the wealth. People that need your help, you openly and willingly and lovingly give that help. Because you're the type of person that you don't want to see anybody go without, so you will share. And I feel there's people in your life that realize that, may even take advantage of you in that aspect. And the way to keep you in that position or that job description for the family or circle of friends, whatever, or your marriage, is by discouraging you from pursuing a certain passion. There is definitely something here I feel that you are passionate about, that maybe you don't have all the knowledge yet. You desire to gain knowledge and master something, because when you do something, you don't do it half-assed. So there is something here that you really want to master. But the truth of the matter is, it is going to create conflict. But like I said, part of your life path is starting to take care of self and letting others pull their own weight. Because with this Ten of Wands here, this is you carrying all the responsibility. This is you carrying the burdens of keeping a household running and making sure everybody else is taken care of. But what about you? Okay, I want to take a look at a couple things here. I definitely want to look at this influence. Show me more about this Ten of Swords. Show me more about this Ten of Swords, please. Show me this Ten of Swords. Ten of Cups. So you stay stuck in pain because you can't do what you want to do, even though what you want, thank you, Spirit, they're saying what you want to do would elevate everybody else in your life as well, but they can't see it. They're blind to the benefits of what you would be able to do. Ace of Cups. King of Wands. So we have somebody, you know, for the sake of keeping the cohesive family and the happy family, you allow a King of Wands to hold you down in place. Okay, that's the influence. There is definitely family, love, and passion, or a significant other. I say a significant other because you're showing up here. Even though you're a Taurus, you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, or what you need to step into is the Queen of Wands. And there's the King of Wands here. A true match, a passionate match, a fiery match. You do have some fire in your chart, but you are earth heavy. And it's like, I'm just going to say what's on my mind. When it comes to the bedroom and there is activity, you guys can really get it on good. But there's also, about balancing. There's also the other end of the spectrum. When you fight. It's a brawl. Okay? And you're I think you're kind of anticipating that brawl here. Now I want to look at this moon because there's something hidden in your environment. Okay? Your card as the strength is very self-explanatory. It is basically mustering up the courage and the confidence. Very, very close to the Queen of Wands is kind of more Aries energy, but very much related. And by the way, the strength card is Leo energy. But that is about that confidence. And if you can bring up that confidence and that self-esteem and not allow somebody to beat you down energetically, you are a force to be reckoned with. Okay, let me get this moon energy here. With the sun. The sun and the moon, two opposites. And that's what I'm kind of feeling in your relationships. Opposite. You and your husband having different viewpoints. But the environment this is you hiding what it is that's going to make you happy. Two of Swords. I don't want to deal with this. That is like saying the Two of Swords is a block. You being your own person, this is blocking your happiness and keeping it under the moon, not saying anything. And what I feel is that you need to have a voice. You need to vocalize what you want. And you need to say either you're going to back me up and support me on this, or you're not. And if they're not, that's on them. Queen of Pentacles. So there is this definitely a comfort zone here. Your job description all these years has been you're the mother, you're the wife, you're the person who takes care of everybody else. You're the person that keeps the household running. And when you step into that Queen of Swords, our Queen of Wands energy, there is going to be a conflict. Show me this Five of Wands. And I'm willing to bet it deals with your other half. I would say he gets very negative when it comes to what you want out of life. Okay, show me this Five of Wands. Four of Swords. The Fool. King of Pentacles. I see a roller coaster. And I'm not talking about the roller coaster on my shirt either. I am talking about extremes. Comfortable in the 3D world. Financial stability. And I think this talks about what everybody else sees. It's like, oh, look what's under the deck. Six of Swords, moving on. What everybody else sees in the 3D world contradicts what goes on behind closed doors. And so to save face and to avoid confrontation, you do a lot of thinking about a new start. You do a lot of dreaming about roads and things, aspirations that you want to go after, where you want to be in life. And your own stability, you being king of your own domain. And I think that you've had somebody push you around, like I said, push you around and beat you down. And it's a level of comfort that because you've grown used to it and accustomed to it, that you've kind of become complacent. And that's part of this North Node energy is your life path, overcoming the complacency, learning to step out of your comfort zone, really focusing on things that you personally value, and being that it's in your North Node, even though it's in the ruler, Scorpio is the ruler of your third, your communications, your travel. Your North Node falls in your second house, the beginning part of Scorpio. At the end of your second house, actually. So, and that really makes sense because Scorpio in the third house speaks how they feel. And very passionate. Are you passionate about traveling? Just asking. And maybe you're dealing with somebody that's a homebody and you want to travel. That is a scenario that I'm seeing here. But there is that level, once you're building up that level of confidence and acting upon it, you have all the resources. The magician here is suggesting that you have everything that you need. You have knowledge, you have the finances, you have everything that you need to pursue your dreams. You just have somebody standing in your way. So you have to make a decision. These tarot readings can lead you to water but can't make you drink. It's up to you to make that conscious choice. Okay, I'm going to partake of this water. I'm going to drink this water. I am going to dig deep into my emotions. You've done a lot of thinking and reflecting, but no action because of somebody else, outside influence. And I feel Spirit wants you to step into your personal power. I'll get some more messages for you. Yeah, this is a cycle. This Ace of Pentacles with the opportunity, Page of Pentacles. Somebody's coming to you with an opportunity. Or they have already come to you with an opportunity. Because you got a cycle. This whole North Node is about your cycles, new beginnings. So there are some new beginnings here. You're cycling out of something to start over. Spirit, family, friends, gods. Number 6. Balance, harmony. This reminds me a lot of temperance. A lot, Spirit bringing healing to you. But this is also talking about family. This is what I get. Family influencing your new beginnings. And you got your guides here trying to egg you on here to make you move. So that's why you keep going back and forth. The back and forth motion. Maybe even watch the daily reading for today. But the back and forth motion does come from family. It's like you start to cross the line and go towards what your dreams are, but then family pulls you back. So you keep doing the seesaw back and forth things. But there's a new beginning here waiting for you. Sacred temple. That could be an institution, a spiritual school, spiritual classes. I feel this is a spiritual path that you want to go on. Okay, milestone optimism. I think you've hit some sort of milestone, which has prompted you for this reading also, in your pursuit of your goals. And they want you to stay confident about this, okay? Your guides want you to stay confident. You've got this. You have, I feel that there is definitely a very spiritual connection about you. But let me know if it's kind of runs in the blood. Because I was picking up, like, from your natal chart, your birth chart, about past life connection with your mother that needed to be healed, that was affecting this life. But I'm kind of wondering if she was spiritual. Perhaps you've had all your life, not just your husband, other people come up as roadblocks also to keep you from moving forward. Okay. I want to get some moon magic cards for you and angel wishes, just to kind of finish this reading off. So I hope you understand this, because to me this is coming across as very much of finding your sense of self. Very much of that confidence and not allowing external people, including your husband, to knock your confidence. I am curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. I've been talking a lot of this. Doesn't that make sense? I've been talking a lot about that for you. You know, finding your true self, understanding yourself. And I had already said, your first step is identifying what do you want. Okay. All right. Let's get an angel message card here. Angel wishes. Problems resolve when you surrender them to your angels. I knew that there was some kind of spiritual connection here. This one card is talking about guides, but that can include angels as well. Okay? That could be angels as well. So, you're being called to be courageous and move forward with confidence, inner strength, and knowing how to deal with the kickback that you receive And I feel that this is a repetitive thing that you always receive kickback. Even when anytime the subject comes up. But you're being called, don't let their kickback stop you. Okay, I have no idea how long this video is, but Spirit is pretty much done. I hope you found this enlightening or a confirmation of in some way, because I think you already have an instinct and inner knowing what path you need to go down. I do not advocate for divorce unless it's absolutely necessary. But when it comes to self-preservation, yes. But to be fair and keep things balanced, I feel you do need to have a talk with whoever keeps stopping you. If that's your husband or a family member keeps stopping you from pursuing your dreams and your goals, you need to have an honest conversation and stand your ground, stand firm. Have the confidence to stand up to them and stand firm. And be like, hey, you know what? Either you're with me or you're against me. You're coming on this journey with me and you're going to be supportive, or I'm doing this anyhow. And it's time that you do you. Okay, I love you, sweetheart. And have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in a reading near you. Blessed be.